Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is It's About the Pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast.
Whoop whoop.
Episode 2 of season 2, right? I've been
Heck
watching
yeah.
ahead, so I'm confused.
I know you're a binge watcher. I like to sit and enjoy them.
Oh, season 2 is the best. But okay, before we get into the episode, we are on the Geek Nerdery Podcast Network. We also need you guys to download us because it is the off season. So we get it. It's not as fun because you already know what's going to happen. And you probably have had years to think of your thoughts on these episodes, but you haven't heard our thoughts. And even if you just want to wait, just download the episode and save it for later because we're the best. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, subscribe, rate, and review. We have no new reviews, but that's okay because we recorded 5 days ago. So
5 days ago. A little bit more time than that, but you're getting the direction right.
Yes. Thank you. But please leave us 5 stars because we have so much fun doing this, and maybe someone else will enjoy it as much as you do. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Join our Facebook group. Sometimes Vanderpump News gets posted in there. So if you want to keep up,
we got some good ones.
Yeah, if you want to keep up with what's happening,
either join our Facebook group or come and join us on Patreon for some spoilers.
So we do have a Patreon. We have a lot to offer. For only $1 a month, you will get all of these episodes when we release or when we record them, not just when we release them. So this episode will be released weeks from now. So you're kind of missing out. You could have had this episode.
No, weeks ago.
No, this episode will be released weeks from now.
From us now. Yeah. But for them listening, they could have had it weeks ago.
No. Yeah, you could have had it a while ago. I'll get it one day. And you'll get access to our pre-show, which is so much fun. We just finished it. It was literally a ball. I didn't want to hang up, but we had to. I
know. I always have to, I feel cut us off time-wise because if the pre-show's longer than our actual show, there's a problem. But I think we're going to start, I think we may need to start another podcast is what.
This is my second favorite thing to do because my first is the pre-show. Okay. And then for $2 a month, you can get everything we just mentioned. We'll also say your name on the podcast. So to our patron, Jackie.
We did that in sync.
Did we? I thought you were late.
There must be a delay. This Zoom crap.
There has to be. But if you donate to our Patreon, become a patron. We can use the money to buy equipment that won't lag. So if you hate it, bring out the dough.
Zoom. We're not buying Zoom.
No, but we could buy fun equipment to make it more professional and maybe better quality.
I was thinking fun giveaways.
Ooh, we could do that too. We need more people to donate. So until then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also for $2 a month, you will get access to our post show, which is where we go through any spoiler thoughts we might have had while watching the episode, any Vanderpump news that's come out. And I do a fun book report on things just Vanderpump related that I search into.
Last week was great. Last week was awesome. I never knew that. I'm excited for this week too.
This one's going to be good. And episode 3 is going to be good.
You already got it?
Oh my God. I did it today and it was the best. It might be better than today's. Oh my God. So good.
Gosh.
Anyway. Yeah. So Meredith and I also really like the book report. So.
Oh, I love it because I know nothing. I literally know nothing. I hear it. Basically, I'm fresh ears over here to Alicia's cool stuff.
So you should join our Patreon just for that alone. But then also for $5 a month, you can get everything we just mentioned. Plus, you will have access to ask us any questions for our post show, which we have a question this week. So, woohoo!
Heck yes.
And we're going to pick a patron of the episode. But because we still only have one, it's still Jackie. patron
Jackie, our girl. Woo, woo,
and
woo,
she's the
woo.
one that asked us a question. I'm really excited to talk about it. So yeah. And now I guess you know what time it is?
Mix it up.
I know
it's hard for us to mix it up always on every episode of season 1 and 2 because sometimes we do these like on 11 a.m. on a Sunday.
Yeah. But today it's 6:15 on a Wednesday.
Yeah, heck yeah. And it's been a rough day, so I told Alicia I was drinking.
And I decided to drink or join her. She's drinking a White Claw, and I have a Truly strawberry lemonade that I'm going to crack for all of you right now.
Ooh, let's hear it. Ooh, it's kind of like a little ASMR. Yeah.
And then I'll take it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God, you just took one. There you go.
Sorry, I just like can't stop drinking now.
Oh my God, Truly lemonades are so good. I'm such a fan.
I'm such a fan.
We have an episode. This episode, when I watched it and after I watched it, I was really excited. I was so excited. Did you get that? Just me?
Yes, I was very excited. I love this season. I'm really bad at cataloging when things happen in the grand scheme of things, but I can really appreciate them.
I love this season, as you guys know.
You know what my favorite part was?
What?
I just love Kristina Kelly.
Oh my God, she's so fucking cool. If I had to be one person.
I kind of forgot she kind of phased out of the series too. Sorry, spoiler alert there, but I just forgot how much I loved her.
She's my favorite. I know that sounds dumb, but I love her. I love her shadiness. I love her sassiness. Okay, let's just get into her.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me what happened last episode.
So previously on Vanderpump Rules, Jax is sucking up to Stassi to try and get back with her. Lisa hands it to Kristen and suspends her ass. We find out Tom cheated on Kristen in Vegas. Sheena and Stassi fought because Stassi didn't text Sheena about her tooth. Sheena's birthday party was an absolute mess between the girls fighting and Shay and Schwartz fighting. And Sheena decides she hates Katie but wants a friendship with Stassi at her birthday, but Stassi leaves her high and dry.
Ooh.
So let's get into it. And we start the episode with our favorite,
Kristina Kelly.
I think we were in sync there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you were late.
No, I'm so upset. Okay, so we're out to lunch. Stassi and Kristina Kelly. Kristina was one of Stassi's first friends in LA and was the one that actually got Stassi the job at SUR.
Fun fact, wait, really quick. If you want to know how people get their jobs at SUR, join our Patreon because we talked about it on a post show a few weeks ago.
Alicia's book report. So,
Fun fact.
This is why we love Kristina Kelly, or part of the reason. When Stassi started dating Jax, Kristina and Stassi's friendship was put on pause because Kristina doesn't fucking like Jax. From the beginning, this girl.
I think Kristina just embodies majority of the audience.
And she just has a good, head on her shoulders. She knows when people suck. Yeah,
because it's not like it doesn't seem like Stassi explained it as, well, she hates this group, she hates Jax. She seems very likable, very normal, probably loves the girls. At one point, I think in the episode, she even says, this is why I love Katie. She like, it's not like she hates that group, kind of like, I think Sheena kind of hates the group. She just hates Jax for very valid reasons. And I like that, like Sheena, the one issue I have with Sheena is she constantly is trying to get in this group that doesn't want her. But Kristina's like, if there's someone in this group that I don't want to hang out with, I'm not going to hang out with this group. I've got plenty of other options. Which it makes me sad Kristina and Stassi's friendship kind of suffer. But at some point, you got to be like, listen, I don't want to hang out with Jax. And unfortunately, if that's the person you're going to ride or die with, then our friendship needs to take a back seat and we're both kind of okay.
Yeah. But they seem to be on the right track now. They're both shading Sheena for what she was wearing at her birthday party, that like black tutu.
It's what I needed last episode. I needed
God, I know. Kristina Kelly to come through.
Mm-hmm.
Stassi gives Kristina the lowdown on the birthday, like all the fights and everything. And Kristina asks about Jax, like how's it going? And Stassi tells her that they've hooked up 3 times in the past year.
Ooh, which Kristina isn't happy. I get that. But Stassi does make a point. No. 3 times in a year, that's not bad.
Pretty bad. That's pretty good, yeah. But I love that Kristina goes, I would say fucking masturbate over being with Jax. Like, she's like, just don't have sex. Honestly, it's better for you.
Listen, sometimes you backslide and you don't want to like, it's not like a numbers thing, but it's kind of nice to just know like, oh, he's easy. Like I'm sure if Stassi texted him at 2 a.m. and they were both completely sober, like just come over here really quick and then leave, he would come over.
Well, yeah, but
you can't just do that to a random ass human. You don't want to like get murdered.
Yeah, but Kristina knows that Stassi deserves better. She is the queen. But
she's not the one who wants to be with him. He's the one who wants to be with her. I feel like she's in the power moment. I love this.
Stassi does say, though, that Jax is good. It was all night long, a bunch of different times, throwing me around. That's the best part. She likes when she can be thrown around. And Kristina just responds with,
gross. Ew. Yeah. Wait, listen, I don't think this is a bad thing. 3 times? That's amazing. That she only had sex with him 3 times in the year. It's not bad.
But watching this, I'm Kristina Kelly. Like, I'm that friend where my friend would be like, I hooked up with my ex 3 times. It was so good. But I'd be like, ew. Like,
see, if they said 3 times, I don't think I'd freak out. If they said 3 times during this pandemic, maybe.
She didn't freak out. She was just like, ew, you can do better. Why are we doing this? That's me.
I feel like everybody needs to have a certain level of expectation that you're going to hook up with your ex a few times.
Nah. Kristina Kelly's holding everyone to a high standard. Stop texting your ex.
No, I love drunk texting exes. It's kind of fun.
No, stop it. No, you're the opposite of what this pandemic is.
I know. I'm really bad at it. And I do what myself dirty. I do sober Meredith dirty that I delete the text at the end of the night.
Oh my God. You're the worst.
I hate myself.
Any of my exes.
I have.
This pandemic. Oh my God, you're a mess. Cut it out.
At the same night I hooked up with somebody else too.
Just go on fucking Bumble.
No, I'm in Mizzou territory now.
Oh my God! Excuse you.
I'm in Mizzou territory, so all they all hate my KU-ness.
Oh, that's dramatic. They'll still hook up with you.
I know, that's true.
Okay, so Stassi says her and Jax are just friends. But then Kristina asks if Stassi is still thinking about Frank. And Stassi says she misses Frank.
I kind of like this.
Kristina likes Frank.
I know.
Vibes.
I know. And then we even get Stassi telling us that she stalked Frank. She looked him up on Facebook, and I don't even know what social media she said.
Called, texted, emailed, and Facebook messages.
And that he didn't answer, but Frank's best friend called Stassi and told her to buy a ticket and come to Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm. And Stassi's thinking about it. But Jax would shit himself. And Kristina's like, who the fuck cares?
Who cares?
Go get
that's what's dumb. Is I kind of get backsliding just to get laid. But if you have a guy you actually like, somebody else, you should be pursuing that. If there was no Frank, I get why Stassi would backslide.
Mm-hmm. But he's in Washington, D.C. Yeah.
Let's go.
Just go. All right. So now we're at Sir. Lisa and Ken come to meet Nathalie. They're doing some work in the garden. They're putting a bar back there. And Natalie is like, okay, we got this bar, but who's going to be the sexy boy at the bar?
I love that Nathalie scatters herself some eye candy around.
Yeah, we need it.
I need a different profession.
Lisa's looking for that perfect person, though. She hasn't found him yet.
Well, Nathalie asks if Jax is going to be back there, and Lisa's like, no, after this, I quit. I'm back. I'm done with this. He doesn't deserve this amazing spot. And no one else, like no existing staff member deserves this. So obviously we need to either hire someone new or pull someone in.
I have a question. So this, like, I literally just thought of it. So far we've seen the 2 bars, like the one where Tom Sandoval works and the one where Jax works, right? The one where Jax works seems to be like only the servers go up there.
Yeah, I think it's closer to a lot of the restaurant area. Like you wouldn't like sit there unless it was packed. Like we saw
the other one is like the lounge bar kind of thing. Like there's a bar. So does that mean if Jack's working in like the restaurant bar, he probably doesn't get bartending tips?
No, you get tipped out by the servers.
By the server, but he doesn't like, get his own tip.
No.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the bad bar. Stop quitting.
I don't know. No, because they all pull tips at the end of the night, remember?
Oh yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Never mind. I hate it. So now it's nighttime at Sir. Katie's working and Tom Schwartz, her boyfriend, shows up. And we find out
he looks a little disheveled, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, he looks like a mess, but he's
not
trying.
Even like I'm trying to be a mess, like, but cute.
Like a natural
Tom Sandoval could pull off a natural mess.
He's interviewing with Lisa for a bartending position at Sir.
Whoa.
So Katie's like pepping him up because she needs Tom to get this because they're talking about marriage, and Katie thinks this would give Tom the perfect confidence to propose.
Oh, wow. That's putting a lot of weight in a bartending job.
That's
all I'm saying. Like, if she said, like, he'll get this big ad campaign, that makes sense to me. But a bartending job at Sir.
I think she just needs him to start getting more serious and, like, get that, constant flow of some money.
Yeah, a regular paycheck.
Yeah, so that he can afford the ring.
That's true.
That's what I think.
I mean, a ring is supposed to be your 3-month salary, so I'm not really sure what that bartending salary would be.
His Mactor salary? Unsure.
Lord.
So Tom's really nervous because Lisa makes him all hot and bothered. He didn't like. I love it.
I kind of think this is so cute. How
so they sit down. They have a little banter. Well, not necessarily flirty. He's like nervous. He's openly nervous with Lisa.
Banter is a good word for this. I love a good banter.
It's just some banter. It's just some banter. And Lisa's handing it back because she loves that he's nervous. You know what? Good for Lisa. Own it. And so Lisa finds Tom adorable, but knows that couples that work together cause problems in her restaurant.
Look at season 1.
Yeah. The producers just pull out this tape and is like, for proof.
Here
is
the promo
season
that you have to watch before applying here.
So Lisa will think about it. And Tom leaves knowing that Lisa is now one of his 3 hall passes that he gets. Which is like great. That's a good one, I think.
Listen, your hall pass better be somebody it's kind of realistic. Like Lisa is actually in his life.
Yeah.
It's not like some actor or like for us, like an actor out in LA, like you would never run, like the chances you would run into that person.
Remember when I met an actor and then, or not met, but saw an actor and then ran back to work and told you and you thought I was so weird? He's my home.
Because look how you started that statement. Remember when I saw an actor?
You don't see actors walking around Chicago, okay? It doesn't happen all the time. Whatever. So we go to Lisa's house. Pandora shows up with a crippled Gina.
Oh my God. I love when people use crutches because I just remember the pain in your arm.
Yeah,
like they do give you some sympathy, but they're not worth it. The pain of using crutches is so great.
I used crutches for one day on my ankle, and I was like, I'd rather just walk around on like a sprained ankle for the rest of my life. Thank you. I just I hate them. Also, I'm not good at them. Do you get like...
They're probably the wrong height then.
They definitely were. They were way too low, but whatever.
I always put towels, like a dish towel underneath it.
Oh, smart. I didn't care. I was like, get me in the emergency room. Get me out of here. But Sheena obviously didn't do that because she has, and her crutches look like wooden. Like they don't look like emergency room ones.
No, it looks like she just had them and self-diagnosed.
Okay. Her hematoma. Okay, we'll get there.
Oh, okay, anyways, yeah. Let's hurry up.
Sheena tells Lisa about what happened at the birthday party, mainly about the Tom Schwartz and Shay
Which
fight.
Was so dumb, in my opinion. If you're going to talk about anything that happened, I feel like that is not something to really talk about.
Yeah, and she explains it like Katie told Schwartz something, and then Schwartz started going off on Shay, and he called Shay a bitch. And so Shay obviously got upset, and then they were rumbling.
Which it's like, roll the tapes. Shay accidentally swung his hand out.
He fell. But like, this is one, so unnecessary to mention. And two, you don't know what happened, so don't like tell Lisa what happened because we don't even know what happened.
I don't like this because it wasn't something done to Sheena. Like, that's why I think it's dumb that this is the one thing she would tell. I get how you could tell your boss you're really close to that Stassi didn't text you. Like, I get that you could tell her that because you and your boss are now, like, friendly and, like, you're upset about something, so you vent to her. This does not have anything.
God. Sorry. Someone's not okay in Chicago. Sorry, go on. They're going away.
This doesn't have anything to do with her, despite the fact that it happened at her birthday party. I mean, like, it does have something to do with her, but she was not truly involved. Like, I don't like this, like, let me just tell you gossip just to gossip.
Yeah, and then Lisa says this is the exact reason why Tom Schwartz is not working at SUR.
Which is dumb.
Sorry about your ring, Katie. It looks like it's not going to happen.
I'd be pissed if I was Katie if this is the reason why Tom didn't get the job. Because this
I think
is now
she was already on the fence. To be fair,
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't? I think the couple thing really.
I think she was nervous, but this, like, proved Lisa's point when this had nothing to do with, like, being a couples thing. Like, Tom Schwartz was just talking to Shay, and then Shay kind of started that fight accidentally.
Yeah, he did.
You know, guys, I feel like guys, like, push each other. Like, once somebody comes at you, you got to push back. But it died as quickly as it started.
Yeah, no. Well, they're not fighters, these two.
No.
They're friendly.
They're the notebook guys.
So what happened to Sheena's ankle? We must know. Sheena was at a pool, and she rolled her ankle, and a hematoma came up on her foot. And Sheena was not wearing high heels. She was wearing flip-flops.
Which was apparently the problem, says Lisa.
Yeah. I don't know. I rarely wear heels. So I feel like I'm more likely to hurt my ankle in heels, but I don't know. Lisa might be onto something here.
Do you know what a hematoma is? I don't, but I just Googled it.
No, it's a hematoma.
It is basically localized bleeding outside of blood vessels due to either disease or trauma, including injury or surgery. Basically, it means that you have a lot of bleeding. It's not a bruise. Like,
ew. Are you gonna look up pictures?
Oh, I mean, it looks like a giant bruise, but
ew. But like, okay, so.
But it's like a yellow bruise. I think because there's blood pooling like underneath your.
Oh yeah. Well, whatever. You know what? When we both hurt our ankles, I don't want to hear Sheena talk about this.
A bruise is a simple form of a hematoma. So it technically is a hematoma. However,
you just said I have a huge
bruise.
What an ass. But like, we've both hurt our ankles pretty badly to the point that we've had to get physical therapy. So like, I'm like, oh my God, Sheena might be hurt. It's a hematoma. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, Lisa, oh no, it's a hematoma. And she pulls off her bandage and it's
I'm sorry, if you can see your ankle bones, that's nothing. That's a bruise.
Agreed. Oh, yours was bad. Yours was worse than mine was because yours was like disgusting and weird. But mine was
I looked like go look up Jessica Simpson's cankles, and that's what I looked like. Yeah, with a lot of purple and blue in there.
Oh my God. This is just so dramatic.
I know. Listen. I can't say I didn't milk a little sympathy when I hurt my ankle. I get it. Like sometimes when there's an easy button, everybody pushes it, in my opinion. But this was an aggressive form of like sympathy. The crutches, the wrap.
Neither of us would have said, "Oh my God, it's a hematoma! I got a hematoma."
Yeah, like this was just over the top. And then to even sit, I get why you don't want to work at SIR or like be on your feet and be a server, but to put your foot up, I'm getting ahead of myself. But to put your foot up at work, this sympathy card.
I never did that.
Slaying down.
Unless I put my
foot up, but like
unless I was at home though. I didn't like go into other places and like
my coworker, we had this like at my work, our conference rooms are named after biospheres, and we had one called Forest Bios, and there was this log, so she rolled it over to my desk, and it fit underneath my desk perfectly that I could put my foot on top of it underneath my desk, and I still never used it because it was the weirdest thing to be like, I'm gonna put my foot up right now.
Yeah. No, it's super weird. But okay, so Pandora, because Sheena can't work now because she's like fucking injured. She has a hematoma. So Pandora is like, hey, while you're injured, you should do some writing for the Divine Addiction about makeup. And Sheena's like, oh my God, yay, I have a journalism degree, which
I've been a writer my whole life.
Okay. But
just because you send text messages does not mean you're a writer, honey.
But the one thing Sheena has to do is she has to leave the Stassi drama at home. Don't bring it to the Divine Addiction.
Which I actually appreciate how Pandora's handling this. I feel like she's like, listen, I am your friend. I've got you. You can vent to me, but also this is where the work life starts. This line, like, don't bring it here.
Yeah. And Pandora, because this will come up later, Pandora does offer Sheena the job.
Yes.
Like it's very like harmless in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And to be honest, we find out later that they're not even being paid for it. So I don't. Yeah.
Well, whatever. Sheena's probably bored. And
honestly, this is probably concocted before the ankle injury, and this is when it was filmed. Like, who cares? She's getting a column about makeup. Who really cares?
Exactly. So now we're at SIR. Jax changes into a SIR uniform in his car. And he walks in at the bar. Stassi asks him for drinks, and he offers her a shot and a glass of wine. She denies because she's like, no thanks.
Which is interesting because last episode...
She never denies. Peter did
she would never... Yeah, Peter gave her some shots, and she was all on board. But the minute Jax offers her something, she's clearly like playing a game here. I love it.
Yeah, no thanks. I think, too, she just like was like, no, I'm like just looking for...
Like, can I just get my drinks? Yeah. He was like looking for a reason to talk to her. I think.
Yeah, and then
it was probably later in the evening, like last episode. So she's like, let's start getting ripped. Like, let's go. Whereas it looked like noon.
Yeah, it was light out.
So it's like, no, I'm really not in the mood to just take a sip of white wine every 20 minutes.
But then now Jax is like, are you mad at me? Don't just throw me away. Can we like get dinner? Do you want to get dinner with me? And Sassie's like, fine. Like, I'll grab dinner.
Well, she says she'll think about it. She doesn't
think about it. That's right. And Jack says that Stassi makes him nervous, which like, yeah, she's the scariest human, but also you kind of suck. So
I'm very curious where these like nerves in quotes are coming from because
they should be very comfortable around each other.
Yeah, and she can be a total bitch, but like you're used to that. Like you're more than 2 years into this. Probably, I think 3 years now. You've like really known her and kind of been with her / this 1 year breakup. So why are we scared? Like,
yeah. But Stassi sees that Jax is making an effort and decides maybe she owes it to him to have a meal with him. I don't know. I'd be in it for the free food, but
I agree. I also think it doesn't hurt anything to explore this avenue.
Especially if there's free food. Man, you offer me a free meal, I'll go out and sit with you for 2 hours. That's fine.
A good meal.
Okay, so now we go to Kristen and Tom's apartment. Kristen bought some IKEA furniture, a table to be specific, and Tom's going to put it together because he's trying to do everything to make Kristen happy. Tom used to be like a Lego expert, so he really thinks that this is going to be fucking a breeze.
However, Kristen says building a coffee table will not make her forget that he cheated.
Yeah, she's still really upset. But she leaves to, give Tom some time with the table. So we'll see. We'll come back to him. So now we go to Sir. Stassi's folding some napkins when Pandora joins her. And Pandora, again, has this issue where she's not getting enough from Stassi at the Divine Addiction. She doesn't get the column she needs.
Yeah, which is kind of shocking. It made sense last season. Stassi had a lot of going on in her personal life. We all have those moments, but here we are.
And Stassi, I understand Stassi and Pandora are friends. I do. But Pandora's also her boss. So Pandora's like, I need this icon article. And Stassi, instead of being like, I know, like, maybe we can set some time to discuss this icon, instead she's, you never agree on my icon, so I just, like, don't do it. Like, every time I come up with one, you don't do it, or you don't agree, so then I don't do it.
If Stassi was turning in other articles, that excuse would make sense to me. I kind of get that excuse in a way if it's like, well, you won't let me do the ones I want, or like, I'm not going to do the ones you want, so I've been doing this other content until we can find, like, a mutual icon. But it doesn't seem like Stassi is doing any of the other work.
So Pandora is like, because Stassi's not bringing in any articles, I've had to hire more writers, including Sheena. And Stassi's just pissed. Like, there's no even hiding it.
Yeah.
And she's like, all of a sudden, Sheena's a writer? I thought she was a pop star.
Well, and then, of course, Pandora, she got a degree in journalism. So.
And Stassi's starting to get mean. About Sheena's makeup, because there's like a makeup column, and like Stassi says Sheena looks like a hooker.
Stassi's comebacks are like, and her meanness are pretty funny. They are very mean though.
Yeah, and you have to remember that like Pandora's in the middle and your boss. I don't know. I'm just
did you see Pandora's face whenever she was like, who would take makeup advice from Sheena? Is Pandora like how to like not smile?
Yeah, she was like trying. But she does say she like kind of smiles and she's like, you look jealous. Like, just like,
it's
Pandora,
true.
I'm not about to fuck with Pandora.
Here's the thing:
man.
is Pandora like said I had to hire multiple writers, and Stassi's only pissed about Sheena. This is truly personal. It really isn't about writers. But I think Stassi's tired of people invading her entire life.
I get it, but also I don't know. I do feel like Pandora offered it, and like Sheena didn't ask. If Sheena had been like, let me write for the Divine Addiction, then that's fucking annoying.
Yeah, but that's also a frustration with Stassi to Pandora, but she can't really fully express that because that is her boss. Mm-hmm. Like, this girl is trashing me to you, your mom, like, you're both my bosses, and you guys are taking her side anyways, and now we're going to hire her here too. I already have to work with her at Sir, and now she's going to come do this too, where she, like, has no experience doing this. Like, this is ridiculous.
It doesn't sound like Stassi's doing much work for Divine Addiction, so she probably won't even run into Sheena. But Stassi calls Sheena an ass sucker, and Pandora says to leave the drama at the door, and Stassi storms off while yelling at Pandora to end the conversation.
Bullshit, Pandora!
Bullshit, and you know it.
Yeah, that was dramatic for sure. I appreciate that Pandora gave them both the same acknowledgement of leave the bullshit at the door.
Yeah.
Like, that she is treating them the same, which I appreciate. Whereas I don't think Lisa's treating them the same in their jobs.
No.
Because let's be honest, this is equal drama. They are both egging this on.
Yeah, 100%. So now we go to the tattoo parlor with Jax and Tom Schwartz. Jax is going to get his tribal tattoo covered with a koi fish because Stassi hates tribal tattoos.
Just look up, grew up in the 90s starter pack tattoo, and it'll be there along with that,
that one.
Teal cup with the purple stripe.
Stassi has 2 rules for Jax, apparently. I think Jax, like, missed the memo on the rules. But he's like, Stassi has 2 rules before I get back with her. 1, get yourself a new apartment. 2, get rid of the tribal tattoo. Oh, there's 3 rules. And 3, get a job.
Okay, this is hilarious to me because Stassi probably just said that Jax needs to do these things and not like, here are 3 rules I have for you. But this is totally how a guy takes it. Yeah. He latches on to 3 things. Yeah, which isn't going to happen.
No, yeah.
She's just saying, you need to grow up. Here are 3 things you can do to grow up.
And he's like, if I do these 3 things, I have girlfriend. Hooray. Equals girlfriend.
Yeah.
So Tom Schwartz is, I think, here for support. He also gets a Dum Dum lollipop, so plus for him.
I didn't even notice that. That's amazing.
We discussed, would you rather have a sleeve full of penises or a big tattoo of Frank's face on your chest? They both agree penises.
See,
what do you think?
I would do Frank's face on my chest because that's easier to cover up.
I agree. A whole sleeve of penises is a lot. It's a lot of explaining.
I feel like Frank's face is less explaining. You could probably be like, oh, they jacked it up. It's supposed to be somebody famous. It's my dad. You know?
Yeah. And if you like go into a restaurant or something and Frank's face is showing, it's not going to be an issue. But if you have a whole sleeve of penises, you might be asked to leave.
Like you can't go to your kids' functions.
No, not with those penises. You can't. So, then Jax, this is my favorite thing. Jax looks at Schwartz and he goes, do you dare me to get Stassi's name tattooed? And Schwartz is like, no, that's not a good idea. Yeah. And Jax is like, all right, dude, I'll do it. Fuck yeah.
It's like Schwartz is like people who play odds with themselves. It's like, just do it. Why do you need to ask for permission from your friend?
Oh my God. It like cracked me up. And Schwartz is like, please don't do that. That's a bad idea.
I think this is probably a really bad idea.
Jax goes, yeah, man, no problem. I'll do it. That's an exact quote.
Oh, my God. And, of course, then he's like, well, he's doing it because she's such a big part of his life, which is like, Jax, you're broken up. She's not a huge part of your life. You're becoming a stalker. And then he adds, she's either going to get a restraining order or cry.
Which both options sound miserable.
I think she'll do both at the same time.
So here are my thoughts. Tom Schwartz doesn't seem like the smartest guy. So if he says no to something, it should probably be a no. B, the tattoo guy is like, don't do this.
This is the curse of death.
And 3, we all know it. If you get someone's name tattooed on your body, you guys aren't gonna stay together. So why are you gonna get your ex's name tattooed on your body?
Yeah,
that's just like a never.
That's an even big, that I never really, I mean, obviously we all knew it was a curse of death, but I never truly thought through how when you are together and you get it, you're going to break up. But that doesn't mean when you're broken up, you're going to get back together.
That's not, no. The math doesn't add up.
No, it does not. These 3 things plus name on arm don't equal girlfriend for sure.
Equal girlfriend. So Jax decides to get Stassi's signature. The S is the most important part. As he's getting this, Tom Schwartz looks so distraught. He like knows this is the biggest mess in the entire world.
It is.
It made me anxious. If Tom Schwartz knows something's bad, I think it's really bad.
But I do have to say, it did come out way better than I thought it would.
Yeah. He put it by his left arm, closer to his heart. This is the second most romantic thing Jax has ever said, next to I love you more than a bottle of vodka.
You know, the more I do think about that, the more I'm okay with it.
No, you deserve better.
I love vodka so much. Like I said, I'm gonna say that. I said I would say that
to your dad.
In episode 1. Or actually no, I think we talked about it in Secrets Revealed, not episode 1. That I'm gonna say that to my friends. I need to remind myself. I need to put a reminder on my phone. I want to know what my friends would say.
When drunk, say. You're just going to blurt it out. You're going to get the reminder and be like, I love you more than a bottle of vodka. And everyone's going to be like, what
You know what? I'll text that to an ex.
Oh my God. I hate you.
Actually, that would be so funny.
That'd be funny, but no. Can you imagine? Oh God. Okay,
I need a new phone for when I get drunk.
Oh my God, I hate you.
Like a Firefly that only has 4 numbers.
Yeah, and no one knows it's you. That'd be the best. It's just this random number. So Tom and Kristen's apartment. Tom has made 0 progress on this table.
That's not true. He has it out of the box.
Okay. He's made a mess. He's made just more of a mess. He's a precision person, and I think we can all tell that. Am I right?
Yeah. I actually did really think he was going to be good at this, especially with Kristen out of the house.
I did too. So he's trying to fix his relationship, and he can't even fix a table. Is this foreshadowing? Should we assume that this is just never getting better?
I mean, honestly, I would think that the table would be easier than your relationship because at least you have directions. You've got something.
Exactly. So now we go back to Sir. We'll leave Tom to his business still. We'll come back to him. So back at Sir, Lisa is here to talk to Steve, the bartender, for a little bit. I don't know who Steve is, but I wrote his name down in case
he was pretty cute.
Later. He was. So Lisa's got to talk to Katie. Called Katie over. She thought about it, and Tom Schwartz will not be getting the job at Sir. Your tribe has spoken. We're voted off the island. Do not pass go.
She also drops that she heard what happened the other night. You know, just that blanket phrase.
Katie also has the darkest eyebrows I've ever seen on a person. And I get she used to have dark hair, but with that light orange hair, it just doesn't look good. So I just had to. So Sheena comes in now. She's on her crutches. She works the hostess stand, props up her foot right in the pathway where people come in.
None of this made sense to me.
Can you imagine walking into a restaurant and you see someone's fucking foot propped up like that? I'd be like,
especially because it was like really wonky. It's like it was like
she like did it behind, like the cheerleader sit where you put it behind you.
I was like, what are we doing here? I would be pissed if I were Lisa. If she was like in the back rolling silverware, I get it.
This is her wanting people to ask, and one person does. They're like, what happened to your foot? And she just goes, I sprained it. Just like that. Like, perfect impression. 10 out of 10. Where's my
Listen, the thing about the victim like card and like the sympathy card, you got to play it subtly. You know, like if it's super obvious like this, like people know, so they're not going to ask. You got to find the right balance between I'm limping because I actually have to, and I'm over limping because I want you to ask what's wrong with me.
Yeah. I hope my friend doesn't listen to this. He probably doesn't. But I was walking with my friend and I was super limping, and he eventually was like, do you just want to call an Uber? Because we were trying to get back to my apartment.
Yeah, thank you.
I was like, oh my God, yeah, can you just call the Uber? So like I probably could have made it, but I just like, also my ankle did hurt. I was just kind of over limping.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm kind of done with this. If we could call an Uber, I'm going to
call the Uber.
Put the signals out there.
Exactly. So Stassi comes up and goes, Sheena, I need to talk to you. Meet me outside.
Which I think this was done but minus the fact that you're hashing this out at work, this was a good option. Meet me in the back.
Meet me in the back. And Sheena goes, I can't. I'm on crutches.
I'm sorry. You're playing like 47 sympathy cards right now, honey.
This is it. This is the one. She should have held all the others and played this one. She should have only played this one.
No, this one is overdone. Like, just be like, okay, hold on. I'm on crutches. Give me a minute. Like, you got to play it subtly.
I don't know. But Stassi goes, well, maybe you just can't handle it outside because it's inappropriate to fight at work. And Sheena's like, what are we fighting about?
I did love that. Where she's like, we're fighting?
What are we fighting about? Like, Sheena just doesn't know. So then Stassi's like, oh, you know, and if you cared, you would meet me out back. And it sounds like Sheena's going to get beat up and jumped.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, and I actually truly do love Sheena playing dumb here.
Yeah. So Sheena's like, can we just talk after work? And Stassi goes, this is my favorite. That's fine. You can think about it, what you want to say, because you can't handle it right now. And I really think Sheena just doesn't know what's happening.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think Sheena thinks they're best friends right now, even though after everything that happened at the birthday party, everything with the tooth, Sheena still thinks they're like buddy in a way, which I don't understand.
At least friendly. I think at least like friendly, but the other thing is,
you admit that they're not, right? Like Sheena just thinks they are.
But okay, Stassi's there to fight about the divine addiction, which Sheena like doesn't know Stassi's pissed about yet. So I know, but see her being
come on, this is kind of like Laura Lee being shocked that like you have to kind of anticipate some of Stassi's moves a little bit.
I think if Stassi had said like to Sheena, like I don't know if Sheena had known it's about the divine addiction, she would get it. But I really think Sheena's just like, what the fuck's happening? Like she can't even put the cards together, so she really doesn't know.
Which you can tell how new Sheena is to this group. Like everybody else would have just like kind of found the thing that had Stassi in their life and been like, that's it. Or like the three things. So
Peter relieves Sheena of her duties of sitting there with her foot up.
Wait, hold on really quick. So Sheena was obviously taking... This is so dumb, but I need to know what your thoughts are. Sheena was taking reservations. And when people walked in, she was kind of greeting them, but she wasn't truly the hostess. Who was walking them to their tables? Like, Sheena was processing them because remember Stassi came up and said, stop, like, seating people in my section?
There was someone probably that's not on the show behind the door and
who was like
walked in
actually
and
the hostess.
Well, I'm the host.
Yeah.
Please ignore that weird girl with her foot up.
Because at one point, Sheena was like, okay, you can just walk back, find it yourself.
Maybe they were going to the bar. Like that's where you go to wait. I don't know. I agree. It was weird. She wasn't actually working.
I really thought about that.
Sheena goes to the back of Sir to meet Stassi. But Katie's back there, and Sheena dismisses her. She's like, I'm not going to talk to Katie, too. And
from Katie's the top of the stairs says,
yeah, I'm not going to talk to Katie.
Isn't it just us talking?
And Katie's like, okay, I'm fucking leaving. Goodbye. So she leaves. Oh my God, she said it nicer than that. She was like, I'll leave. Goodbye. So she leaves. Stassi's mad at Sheena because she got in a fight with Pandora over Sheena working at the Divine Addiction. And again, I get what you're saying about Stassi being pissed that Sheena's invading her life, but I don't think it's right for Stassi to be like, I got mad and I'm fighting with Pandora because you made me mad. It's your fault.
I know, but like, the same way you said Sheena doesn't know why Stassi's mad, Stassi doesn't know that Pandora asked her. Like, Stassi's probably assumption is that Sheena asked to start writing.
I'll give her that for right now. So, Sheena mentions that it was Pandora's idea right after that. She's like, it was Pandora's idea. She asked me to. And Stassi goes, is she forcing you to? Which is where I was like, I don't know. It's funny, but it's wrong.
I know. It is annoying when people, like, invade your life. Like, can't you just have one thing to yourself?
I think I'm the invader, so I have sympathy.
I appreciate that honesty. Not obviously, this isn't about my life. I'm not saying that, but I love that you're so honest about that.
Isn't it one of those things where if you can't think about someone like invading your life, I know it's in a different thing where it's like if you don't see the weirdo in your group of friends, you're probably the weirdo and that kind of thing.
What is it? The duff?
The duff. I think I'm the duff too. But if no one's invading your life, does that mean you're the invader? Am I the invader?
I guess, but it's also probably very situational. I think there's a lot of neutral people. Like, I don't think you're an invader of lives.
I'll be honest. I'm 110%. I can totally be Stassi, but just to piss people off, I'll sometimes do the thing Sheena does where people will be like, I'm fucking mad at you. And I'll be like, why? Why are you even mad?
Oh, just 100%. Yeah, but you don't like, if there was like one of your friends, you wouldn't be like, okay, I'm going to apply for a job where you're applying to. I'm going to, like, could you imagine if like you found out your friend was going to like such school that you're like, I'm going to go to that school. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to do this major. And you're like, well, then I'm going to do that major.
Oh yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's kind of what's going on here.
I mean, I did move into the apartment building that my best friend lives in. We don't room together, but.
Yeah, but you could still have your own lives. If you do everything she does, yeah, you're on that level.
I'm the duff, I'm the invader, I'm fucking everything. So Then Stassi, I think Stassi's run out of ammunition, so she starts getting mean, which is funny. And she's like, "Are you a singer or a pop star? Like, why are you a writer?" And Sheena's like, Sheena goes, "How am I going to dance with my ankle?"
Oh, see, these are the things I'm like, seriously, Sheena, you're taking this ankle injury way too far. The fact that you're basically saying you have to put her career, pop star career on hold.
Well, that's so funny.
Listen, Stassi's interview then is amazing. It's exactly what I want after Sheena basically says she has to put her pop star career on hold for a bruise. So does that mean every time I get a paper cut, I should just go like lay down some tracks? Yes, honey. Love that analogy.
Yeah, that was bad. Sheena was bad. I can't believe I just stuck up for her and she came back with that.
Yeah, come
was
on.
Bad.
Like,
yeah, okay.
There are some things where I'm like, Sheena, come on, be like, I just need more women to be strong and confident in fights and in their lives. Like, why, like, Sheena, you don't even have to bring up, like, I know Stassi brought up the whole pop star thing, but don't. All you have to say is, I really love makeup. This is something I'm passionate about.
Yeah, no, that was bad. But then Sheena says that Stassi thinks everyone's against her, but they're not. And Stassi's like, "You're right. I do think everyone's against me," which I was like, that was also a bad cut. Like, both of you, they're both great with like the first line, but they both they're struggling with their second lines, which usually Stassi's pretty good. So I don't know. So now Stassi tells Sheena that she ruined her relationship with Lisa,
which is kind of true.
Dramatic, but true. And Sheena starts to tear up a little bit because she's just not good at fights. She just doesn't. I get this.
I do too.
I used to be Sheena, and then I grew a pair, and now I'm the
I can have some fights. Some I can't.
I could do most, but
I usually walk away in tears. To be honest, I can usually hold it together for the fight.
You were kind of Sheena then, because Stassi's like, "There's no crying here," and Sheena goes, "Then walk away." And Stassi tells her to hobble away.
No, she goes, "I won't feel bad for you. You can hobble away."
Sheena's like, "Fine, I will." And she gets up on her crutches and hobbles, but then yells, "Same bitch you always were. Remember that next time you get in a fight with Katie and Kristen."
Listen.
Which, okay.
I love that Stassi stands her ground. I do love it. Where she's like, "I'm not going to feel bad for you because you're crying." And Sheena, walk away. You hobble away. Like, she doesn't give two shits about who the opponent is. It's like, fuck you, I'm staying here. I was here first.
I agree.
Sheena bows down too much. You can always see Sheena bowing down to Stassi.
Yeah. Sheena, excuse yourself. But I think it's a fair argument where she's like, next time you and Katie and Kristen get in a fight,
but Sheena won't stick to that.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, no.
No, if they all got in the exact same fight tomorrow, and Stassi was like, "I know, I'm sorry, I was mean, I was going through a lot." Like, Stassi would say some bullshit thing like that, and she'd be like, "Okay, I'm so happy we're back on the same page again."
My bitch ass, if I was Sheena, Stassi shut up at my door again, I'd be like, "Have fun by yourself," and slam that door.
You hobble away.
You fucking get off my property.
Back.
I hobbled away, now you can. That was awesome. Okay, so now we're back at Tom and Kristen's apartment.
Oh, God.
Tom still has to fix the table.
He is really struggling.
It's bad. So Kristen gets home, and she's like, what have you been fucking
still
doing
not done
for
here?
Hours?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Watch me do it." And she pulls out the instructions and she's like, "This looks easy." She puts it together and Tom's just like in awe.
Before Kristen even gets involved, Tom's like, "I've assembled this and reassembled this coffee table." I'm like,
oh my God.
How? There are like 4 parts, like 4 main parts.
Yeah. So Kristen puts the whole thing together. Some men are just useless at things, I guess.
I personally think putting IKEA furniture together is pretty easy. Every once in a while, I have a few screws left over, and you're like, "Oops, should be fine."
I mean, my roommate and I put together my desk, her desk, and her coffee table, and yeah, it was 2 people, and we kind of joked around because sometimes it was a struggle, but like we did it, and it was fine.
But like one of you didn't come home and like get it together in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, no. But I think putting furniture together, if you have the directions, it's all right.
Yeah, so it takes some people, I think, longer to like read and figure out what it means, but it really isn't that difficult. But I mean, maybe IKEA furniture has come a long way in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. And then after, Tom goes, "We did it," and Kristen goes, "I did it," and that's the end.
Which makes me kind of sad because you can tell how terrible the relationship is in that moment.
I hate it. So now we go to Jax's apartment. He's getting ready for his date. Tom Sandoval comes over to help. He's got his dinner with Stassi. It's not a date. Sorry, it's a dinner.
Yeah, dinner. And Sandoval has heard through the grapevine that Jax got his tattoo covered, but also got Stassi's name on his arm.
Uh-huh. And he mentions that Kristen loves to compare Tom to Jax. So now Tom is like, do I have to get Kristen's name fucking tattooed on me? He's really setting this bar.
Do you think, obviously, like Jax and Tom Schwartz were together, and Schwartz probably told Sandoval, do you think the girls know?
Not yet, no.
Okay, just the guys.
No. I think it's still, because Jax, while he's getting ready, he's very adamant about getting a shirt that covers this tattoo.
Yeah, but like Katie and Kristen, I mean, do you think they know?
No, because they would have told Stassi. There's no way. No. Plus, I don't think Tom Schwartz wants to be involved.
That's true.
He said no. He's like, this was a bad idea. He was just there for the dumb lollipop. So they're getting ready. I want to show where Tom does helps men get dressed. I think he's really good at it. Don't you get
yes and no. I mean, I liked, obviously, the first outfit. The first intended outfit was better with the more formal shirt because Jack says he wants to get dressed up because Stassi loves that, like whenever he dresses like that. Mm-hmm. And then he bleeds through the shirt so he can't wear that one. Yeah.
But it's okay because he pulls out the Dolce & Gabbana custom shirt.
Yeah, but that looked like he got it from Goodwill.
Well, did you hear? He's like, it's a custom shirt. And Tom Sandoval was like, oh, did someone make it for you custom? And Jax goes, no, the guy at the store helped me pick it out custom. I was like, oh, so it was off like a rack. Idiot.
I know. I got lost there because I was like, what? So it is or it's not custom?
It's okay, though, because his outfit now looks gangsta.
I didn't like it.
Quote. I didn't either.
I hated it.
It just didn't look good. Yeah.
With the vest. Like, that shirt is fine-ish for the time. And then...
I know he was so set on wearing white. He didn't have to wear white.
Yeah, why didn't he wear just like a navy button-up or something, or like a blue button-up?
I don't know. But you know what he did do? He did spray cologne on his dick. But we learned that you're supposed to take spray deodorant and spray it right behind the balls. So
yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, don't spray cologne down there.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Okay.
I'm like gagging right now just thinking about having cologne in my mouth.
Yeah, no, same. I thought of that too, and it was just bad.
I don't want to talk about this.
So now we're going to make like a baby and head out.
Okay, I didn't get that first either. It took me a minute.
Second. It was right when Jax was like, hey, I just got that I got it too. And I was like, fuck.
Also, at first thought he was going to make because like Back to the Future, they kept saying like, make like a train, get out of here. Like I thought he was kind of making a joke, like a riff on like one that doesn't make sense.
Oh. Joke's on you. It was a real thing, a real pun.
Get out of here. I've never heard this one.
I've never either, but I like it. Maybe I'll use it. So now we're back at Sir. Sheena's back in front with her injured foot on a stool. This is when Stassi's like, hey, Sheena, can you stop fucking filling up my section because I have places to go?
I appreciate the passive aggressiveness, but Sheena can't do a real fight. It's like...
No. Sheena's like, I'll try and work that out. And I was like, man, I would have decked Sheena in the face if that was me.
I would have been like, bitch, I'm not greeting those tables. I don't care. Suspend me.
So Stassi goes to the bathroom. She grabs Katie and Kristina Kelly and is like, look, come to the bathroom. I need to get dressed. So they go in there. She vents about Sheena because I think she just needs to get it off her fucking chest. And then Kristina's like, wait, where the fuck are you going?
Stassi's like stripping down to her underwear and bra, which I like love this. I love how like girls are. This is like one of my favorite aspects of being a girl.
But
where
also
just, like talk to me while I'm changing.
There's like a camera guy there too who's probably like, fuck me, man. This is my job in the girls' bathroom. But it's fine. So Kristina's like, where the fuck are you going? And Stassi says she's getting ready for her dinner with Jax.
Yeah, not a date though. Not a date.
Kristina's super annoyed because she knows Jax is going to think it's a date and tells Stassi to put her chastity belt on.
Which...
it's on. After this date, it is super
I know. But, like, let's be honest. When she was going into it, it's not like she was like, okay, I'm going to sleep with him tonight. But she's not putting no chastity belt on. Mm-mm. Sometimes you just, like, need to get laid.
I'm with Kristina.
Listen, if he came in, guns blazing, like, great guy, they would have hooked up that night.
Well, let's find out how he did come in, shall we?
Not too shabby, to be honest. He
pulls up. Yeah, he gets the door for Stassi out of his truck. He keeps saying, like, he's like, it's a date. And she's like,
Stassi's like, this is weird. Do you always open the door for the people you're having dinner with? And he's like, well, whenever I'm on a date. And she's like, not a date. And he's like, but we're on a date. Like, he keeps, like, whispering it to himself.
Yeah. We're on a date. He, like, excuses himself. We're on a date. I feel it. So, Jax, they get to this restaurant. Jax, it's very fancy. He didn't realize it was so fancy, but Stassi's digging it. He pulls out her chair. They're drinking wine. They get
hold on. This is what I don't like is Jax just can't do it. These are the people I don't like. Incompetent people. Don't ask if you can pull her chair out. Just pull her chair out. Why are you saying, like standing right up on her, can I pull your chair out? And she's like, what?
Okay, just do it. But yeah, they drink wine. He's super nervous. He's probably sweating through that white shirt.
I know.
Jax seems like a really sweaty person. I agree. That's what I thought about. Jax is not going to show Stassi because Stassi's like, let me see how you got your tribal tattoo covered up. And he's like, no, I can't. Mostly because of the tattoo Stassi doesn't know about of her name.
Well, yes. But also he blames it on the shirt, which is the good thinking on the shirt. Like Sandoval tells him now it's a good shirt because then he can't pull up the sleeve.
I can't roll up my sleeve. It hurts. Mm-hmm. Also, like, it's the middle of a restaurant. You can wait. Like, it's fine. I'm sure she thinks she's gonna take Jax home and she'll see it then. So just like give him a sec. You know. It's fine.
Don't worry. He describes it, and her exact response. Well, that sounds really cheesy.
Yeah, she's not impressed.
No.
Jax, I think, trying to be nice, asked about the Sheena situation. He also might be trying to change the subject. I don't know.
Yes, I agree.
And then she like vents about Sheena. The waiter shows up. Stassi orders for both of them. I think Jax gets the steak and Stassi gets the lamb.
Yes, but she also mentions to the waiter that Jax will probably just end up going to McDonald's.
Yeah, no, Jax is not.
Which makes me so sad. I feel like even fancy restaurants have normal things.
I want to eat at this restaurant. I was so hungry watching this, and I was so fucking annoyed that she was like, he'll probably just end up at McDonald's. I was like, God, I would take down that steak right now.
I mean, I'm totally down for some French fries on the way home, but like not for the meal.
Yeah, no. Late night snack. So they're still talking about Sheena. Jax feels really bad for Shay because Sheena runs the show. Just like Jax used to. And Stassi's like,
bitch.
No.
Are you kidding me? Which this is where it really starts to go south, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. This comment specifically, I feel bad for Shay because I know what it's like to have someone run your life. And Stassi's like, I don't run your life. You can do whatever you want. You do whatever you want.
You did. Yeah, you fucking did. You fucked a girl in Vegas. Jax starts blaming Stassi and trying to make her feel guilty because he's done everything she's wanted him to. He got his apartment,
3 things,
his job, his tattoo. What was the other one that we were like, that also equal girl? I'm going to make a shirt that just says those 4 things and says equals girl.
I don't remember, but it's
Open
just like
door for girl. It's fine. We'll listen to it later. But Stassi says, getting a studio apartment and your tattoo covered up does not change the fact that you're a liar and a cheater.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Which,
no.
Fuck, I don't know how this boy does not understand this.
I don't either, because the root of the problem, like, okay, the grand scheme of things, yeah, often she talked about the job and like all the little things, but
growing up.
Yes, the growing up aspect. Yes, that would make her happy to see. And if those were the reasons you guys broke up, then yes, those three things would probably equal girl. Like, that would be the normal equation. But you're forgetting the entire reason you, like, are not together in the giant fight you had last year is because you got some girl pregnant or maybe pregnant in Vegas last year.
And then lied about it until she lost
all her friends. Yeah.
And then you told the truth late, and you thought that would like magically make up for it.
With just a bouquet of flowers, like thinking, well, it'll be fine now.
And Stassi says she truly wants a person that's honest, and that's not Jax. And then she says she loves Jax as a friend, but isn't in love with him because she can't be in love with somebody she can't trust.
Amen,
sorry that she's
sister.
Trustworthy.
I love that because it's
love
true.
With.
She does love him. Like, and I like that she's not really denying that. Like, I love you. It's as a friend because I do not trust you.
Yeah. And Stassi says she wants Jax to move on because he's not proving himself to her. She starts to tear up a little bit while she's saying this.
This is what tanks the dinner for Jax. This is the point where Jax goes downhill.
She starts tearing up because she thinks he's a liar and she doesn't trust him. And then Jax says he'll always love Stassi. And like a classy bitch, Stassi excuses herself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not possible to just be friends with Jax. And she's realizing that now.
She walks out.
And then Jax is like mad that it always ends up like this. If she wants him to move on so badly, why does she cry? Which because she's emotional because you cheated on her, you dick. That's why she's still crying.
He says that, like, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she says that he never gave her the chance to heal.
Yeah.
And immediately he's like, I let you go off with Frank. What about Frank?
Yeah.
What about Frank? And
were you healed when you were with Frank?
But
and she goes,
He didn't let her. He didn't let her heal because the whole time he was texting her and trying to get back with her and trying to do all these things. So Jax never fucking left this girl alone. She should get a restraining order. I'm so confused.
This is so complicated because it's not like, I totally get being in the same friend group, a breakup, how you can't fully heal. Like, in my opinion, you really, like, you can't be friends with exes unless you were like great friends beforehand. And even then, like, you would have to back yourself out, get some distance, and then come back to being friends.
I think you can be if you were never in love with that person. I think if you genuinely love that person, no matter what, even if it's been years, seeing them would still hurt. Because I have exes where I'm like, I could see that person all fucking day and not feel a thing. But I also have exes where it's like, it's been fucking years and I still don't want to see the person.
Yeah.
And like, that's when it is. And she genuinely loved Jax. But he's a dick. Like, there's nothing else to it. And I think she really put the knife in him when she said she was happy when she was with Frank.
I agree.
And then she's like, I just want to go home. Like, she's just ending it.
She's over it, and Jax is angry now.
Oh my God, he's mad. So now we're in Jax's truck, and he keeps pestering Stassi about Frank. Like,
and then, hold on, this is before GoPro, so we don't get the in-car. Every once in a while, the, like, camera car is next to them, so you can see them. But it's just the back of Jax's truck and them and the audio of them bickering.
It was like first he was like backing up and you see the camera guy just like, trying to get the angle, and then they drive away and they hopped in that van and followed him. And I love the actual, like, because we got captions with it and you just see the you don't see anything. It was awesome. So Jax asked Stassi to tell him to give up and walk away. This is when they're in the car. He's like, just tell me to give up and walk away. And she goes, fine, give up and walk away.
I love it.
And he's like, no, that's not what I wanted. I know I told you to say that, but I didn't want you to tell me that.
I know. And then, of course, he has to dig at Frank again. Well, if you just miss Frank, like, do you just miss him? And she says, to a certain degree, of course she does. And then Jax is like, how could you do this to me?
I can't go through this again. Are you serious?
Which, that made me so angry because it's like, what did she put you through? What did she put you through?
Himself. Oh, I know. And then
a breakup, that's normal.
You know what? I'm going to hand it to Stassi. She says, you're not going to make me feel bad for you right now.
Yep. It's the same thing as the Sheena moment. Get up and hobble away, bitch.
But this is like better because I think Jax genuinely did her so fucking wrong.
I agree.
And
no, Jax plays the victim card against her, where like he wants people to not feel bad for Stassi but feel bad for her. Sheena's just playing an ankle injury card.
And then Jax is still crying, like full on crying. Again, we're not seeing it, but we're hearing him genuinely cry.
Which is so
And he
weird.
goes, you have no idea what I've done, which we know what he's done.
Oh, honey, the world knows what you've done.
All I saw was Stassi's name. No, the tattoo. All I saw was the tattoo, and I was like, oh, man. He has no idea what he's done.
And this is like a few days after, so it's like this curse was pretty quick, Jax.
This was like at a stoplight too. So then they turn left and the camera van's following and he starts yelling at her.
I know.
Like I was yelling. I got scared. I was like, the producers need to get
angry.
Up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's full on yelling about fucking Frank and what a whore she was and blah, blah, blah. And I think she handled it really well. She was like,
I agree.
Just get me home. Just shut up. Get me home.
Yep. I think she realized like I have to stop saying things like it's going to, which this is sad. This is how women live in the world. It's like, I need to try and minimize this situation. So I'm just going to stop talking to not worsen the situation. And then I'll just get out. So they are in front of her apartment.
Yeah.
She gets out of the car and he's just still screaming at him. Or like, he's screaming at her to shut the door. And
Here's my thing. I felt Stassi though, because she got out of the truck and she held the door open and he's yelling at her to shut the door. And for a second, I was like, why isn't she shutting the door? And then I got it. I was like, because she feels safe, that she can like escape if she wants to argue with him. Because he was scary yelling at her.
Yeah.
Scary yelling. And he's like, then she shuts the door and he gets out of the car.
Then he's mad she shut the door. I was like,
why shut the door? Circles, constant circles. I don't understand.
It's like, where are you going? Well, my apartment, asshole, my apartment. Thank you for screaming at me. Apartment.
So then he yells after her. He's like, I'll do anything for you. And she goes, yeah, except be faithful and honest. And I was like, shots fired. So this was honestly so fucking laughable. Like at some point it
was terrifying.
After
and
he
insane.
Got out, I was like, what is he fucking doing?
I was so scared when he got out of the car.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, he starts yelling, right? And she's like, shut the fuck up. I have neighbors. Oh my God. This dude's crazy.
I'd be mortified.
Yeah. And she says she's done. She doesn't trust him. That's it. Jax is like super irrational right now. Like he just, oh my God, this man's fucking crazy. And Stassi leaves his ass on the side of the road, walks up to her apartment, does a mini look back, does it? She looks back and then she walks away and leaves him there. And I was like, thank fucking God, this dude's crazy.
What an episode.
Well, next time we're going to Lake Arrowhead. Stassi sees the tattoo. Lisa calls out Sheena for constantly being a victim. Kristen yells at Tom to make Tom start crying. Stassi's mom yells at Jax, and Stassi and Jax kiss.
I gotta be honest. Just a little peck. Let's hope it's just a drinking game.
I know it's coming next episode, and when people are like, "Oh, I hated that Vanderpump episode," this episode 3 is the one I hate. Like, I hate this episode. But I rewatched it, and it wasn't as bad as I remember.
Yeah.
And I think I just hate it because it angers. I have so many thoughts, and I'm like, these people are nuts. Oh, that's it. So, yeah. That's what next time will be. We have to do Accepted and Blocked. I almost forgot.
Oh, I will never forget. I'm ready to do Blocked immediately.
Who do you want to block? Give it to me.
Jax Taylor.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. ×2.
Double blocks that kid.
How dare you fucking yell at anyone like that?
That was just, listen, I kind of get the tattoo moment. He's delusional, so he's just like, if I do these 3 things, it'll lead me to the path.
Plus tattoo. That's it. Plus tattoo equals girl.
Yeah, like not even the name tattoo. If I do these 3 things, it'll give me a better shot. And I actually agree slightly with him. It doesn't hardcore equal, but like it leads you to the path of getting back together. If you become an adult and you work at it, you can probably get back with Stassi. But the way he handled that dinner was so disgusting. I can imagine any guy yelling at me like that.
This dinner was so bad. And to be trapped in a car with him.
That would be so fucking
That'd be so scary. I'd be like, just pull to the side of the road. I'll take my chances. I would call production and be like, can you put me in your van, please?
Yeah, I would make most of that footage unusable by being like, what a lot of the Real Housewives will do now by screaming, bravo, 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 get me the fuck out of this car.
Yeah. Do they do that?
Yeah, they do just like, so they have to cut out the...
Oh my God.
Whenever they're in arguments and they say something negative about them, sometimes they'll say bravo, 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 because then they can't use the rest of the footage.
They should really just break
they're starting to really break the 4th wall, and they show that shit now.
I love that.
They edit it so it's like you whenever it actually happened, you won't see it, and then they troll them later on. Like somebody will talk about it in an interview, and they'll flash back to all the times they were being assholes, and they.
Oh, love that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it was basically just Denise Richards, to be honest. But like other people have done stuff like that. But Denise Richards in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season, not really sure, but the season in 2020.
Yeah, I hate Jax. So he's blocked. He sucks. Goodbye. Who do I want to accept? There's so many. Oh, I know who I'm accepting. Fucking duh. Anyone want to guess? Kristina fucking Kelly.
Nice one. Interesting.
I love her. She has such high standards for her friends because she knows her friends can do better than that, but she still is kind of supportive because she listens about it and doesn't like yell at her friends. She's just annoyed. She reads people like a book. She is my favorite. Anytime Kristina Kelly's there, I'm probably going to accept her. I fucking love her.
I do love her.
I love Kristina Kelly.
This is hard. I feel like there weren't a lot of main storylines.
Yeah, no.
But you know what? I'm gonna accept Pandora. I actually think she's handling this rift between Sheena and Stassi very well, in my opinion, with minus the fact that like you do have to put your business above your friendships. Like if it was just a friendship like blog thing, I don't think she would have added Sheena to this. But I think she's handling it very well and having very civilized conversations with both of the ladies, and both of like Stassi's the one who freaked out, but that's not her responsibility to handle Stassi's emotions. She's as a boss telling her what's happening, but telling her in a very good way, and telling Sheena also to hold off the drama.
Leave it at home.
Putting the responsibility on both of them because it's both their fault. They're having so much shit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Well, I think that's it. I finished my whole Truly. I think it genuinely is more fun when we drink. I really felt it. But okay, really quick. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Join our Facebook group. Same name as the podcast. So if you are listening to the podcast, you have the name of the Facebook page. And join our Patreon. We have tons. Like at this point, there are so many pre-shows and post-shows. And we did Secrets Revealed on there. And all these episodes have been out on Patreon for like a fucking long time. You're just missing out. It is Patreon.com.
Yeah, it's like worth it now.
Yeah, Patreon.com/Vanderpasta. You're getting all our content for a steal at this point. Join
$1.
We like raise our
$1 a month.
Fucking kidding.
We won't raise them. $1 a month gets you everything, almost everything.
Yeah, you get the episodes. That's what's important in the pre-show. But my post show is about to be bomb, which we're about to go do.
Bye.
Bye, guys.